Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to another episode of Herm's House Podcast. I am your host, Herm, and this is my beautiful, wonderful, ever-loving wife, Christine.
Hola. Wow, look at this.
Did you say hola?
I did say
That's
hola.
Spanish for hello to us, to our non-Spanish speaking listeners. So, I would like to start off by saying, obviously, we're in a new area. It's a little different.
A little different.
A little bit.
Like there's a lot of cameras, so if you see us kind of like looking at weird places, that's because there's a lot of cameras and we're trying to figure this out. This is season 3, people.
Tres.
Season 3.
Yeah. And obviously episode 1. But what is the biggest thing, I guess the biggest accomplishment about season 3 is today is our 1-year anniversary of the podcast.
Woo!
Loud applause.
We need a soundboard. Still a soundboard.
There's a lot of applause. Anyways, so
we'll
1 year ago.
Oh, that's post edit.
Post edit. Nailed it.
Some words of, some production words.
Yeah, duh.
Duh.
Do it in post. We'll do it in post. 1 year ago today was our first episode. And it was not recorded. It was, or not videoed. It was just
It was just voices.
Just voices.
Yeah.
So, and then it wasn't until like the second episode that we finally decided.
Yeah, I think when we initially did it, initially podcasts back in the day when they first started was strictly like radio style.
Right.
Like all just sound.
Mm-hmm.
When I did the first initial podcast that I started back in 2021 or 22, I don't know.
Sure.
It's been a long time. It was all just audio. And now there's all these fancy gadgets and
they're called cameras.
Cameras.
It's crazy.
And all the things.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided to go live so you could see our beautiful faces.
But anyways, yeah, that is why. And also, I want to clarify, we did not join a gang.
What?
We are not gang affiliated members. It is just also the day before Valentine's Day.
Oh, you're talking about the red.
That's why we're sort of jamming in red.
But also, it's our brand. Like our logo's red.
It is, but we don't ever wear like solid red, bro. I'm looking like Suge Knight up in this piece. Like, right on our enemies.
We're Herm's House. This is Herm's House colors. The Herm's House
true.
gang.
But this was the only like solid red shirt that I
Gang.
have. Gang. So I want a quick shout out to my high school workplace, and I go there every time I go home to visit. It's Taco Villa. This is literally a Taco Villa t-shirt that not the one I wore while I was working there. It was actually one of your chiefs while you were deployed, who happened to also be from Odessa.
Yeah, it was really interesting when I was
Small
deployed.
world.
He was talking about where he was from. He actually, I think he did mention Taco Villa too. And I was just like,
that was the whole point.
What?
You're like, no way.
So I actually went up to talk to him and I was like, oh, so get this. My boyfriend at the time. He's also from Odessa, also loves Taco Villa. And he's like, what? No way. And he was like, I'm going to send him a shirt.
Well, because his mom still lived there. He didn't live there.
Oh, that's right. His mom
still lived there.
His mom lived near wherever,
not even 5 minutes from my mom.
Where your mom lived. And he's like, I'm going to go back and see her after this. And he did. He kept to his word. Mm-hmm. He wrote the letter. He got his address.
I still have the mug.
Yeah, he got his address and he wrote the letter. Mug. It was like really cool for a chief to do.
Who did not know me.
Did not know him. Didn't even know me. Like.
Right, yeah, it was just somebody, you're hot. So he was like, all right, whatever. But he bought me.
But he sent it to you.
I know, he bought me.
The boyfriend.
Right, the boyfriend. Yeah, you got a boyfriend? Is he big? This is just anyways. Valentine's 1-year anniversary. And yeah, that's why. But on this episode, we're not going to have a traditional episode. So this past week, we were invited by a guy that we met networking. His name is Alexander Ward. He is the host of People Helping People. And it is another podcast, which obviously if the title didn't give it away, it is meant to help other people. Well, we were one of the guests on his show. He's doing a new season just like we are. And we're going to go into that. We're going to cut into that episode. We're going to do the first half of that episode. And then, this week we'll do the first half because it's about an hour long. So we do about half an hour, just minus our intro. And then the second half will be next week. We'll do kind of the same thing. We'll jump on. Probably won't be wearing as much red.
Maybe.
And then we'll...
maybe that's our new thing.
No, definitely not. I like darker colors. They're more slimming. And I've been working out, just not that hard. I like
just thinking out because I'm looking at the cameras.
Yeah.
It's totally like squirrel moment.
Sure.
Wayne's World, camera 1.
Camera 2.
Camera 2. Camera 2. Because like this is the camera if I'm looking and want to talk to the people by myself.
This is my camera
and
right here.
That's the camera if I want to talk to everybody and you and everybody.
That's our white shot.
And that's your camera. And if I'm looking at that, it looks really weird at all the other cameras.
At this point right now, this is all us. We literally have 2 cell phones and a laptop with some lighting. We did this whole studio thing. We're sitting in our bar. This is the bar
This is
/
the
studio.
bar in our house. If you've ever been in our house,
Yeah.
This was my original office.
Right.
And then it became, we were like, what are we going to do with it? It's going to be a guest room. It's going to be this. Oh, it's going to be a bar. Like we were starting to like change
Just
all these
hemming
things.
and hawing and never making a real decision.
And they were like, why don't we just make it a bar and a podcast studio?
Yeah. So that's basically.
We can interview people in the bar, in the podcast studio.
Yeah, but now that we're sitting here, I'm like, dang, how are we going to get 2 more folks and a producer and like.
We hired someone.
We did, but like, because we were talking about
that.
having your
He's
sister
gonna
come
be
over
an
and do like
amazing
stills.
team. Well, yeah, all in the back.
Yeah.
Gonna have to figure it out.
Y'all gonna have to make yourself skinny, bro.
Well,
dang.
we can always move the bar. Like
I know,
you
we're
can't
gonna have
see.
to.
There's a big old bar right here.
Right there. There's another chair.
Another chair. Well, see, that chair doesn't have to be in here. Like,
No, it
we'll
doesn't.
figure
That's
it
why I
out.
took the other one out. But
We'll make it work with people.
with all that said,
this is Herb's house. We go with the flow.
yeah. But
how we do
with all that
things.
said, we are going to cut to the People Helping People podcast interview
Yes.
that we were on.
Such a great
and
experience.
It was fun. It was a good time. So with that said, here's that episode. Hello, boys and girls. Herm here from Herm's House Podcast, and today I want to talk to you about one of our glorious sponsors, Anchor Financial Solutions Group. They are a local, veteran-owned financial company with over 50 years of combined financial experience. They're currently taking new clients, and their services are available nationwide. You can get connected with them by finding their information in the caption, check out our show notes, or follow the link to Herm's House Podcast Linktree, and we can help get you connected there. Get a financial professional on your side to help protect your family's wealth, lifestyle, and dreams for the future.
They do break you down, and once you're broken down, they build you up, though, and they build you up, and I feel like they build you up in the best way.
Their job is to have fully loaded F-16s ready to stop another September 11th event.
We are here to come together as a community, band arm in arm, and do something for somebody that's in need.
Coming out of that, like, I never knew how strong I could actually be. What I realized when I joined is it gave me the confidence that I didn't ever know was in me. I'm doing this for my boys, I'm doing this for my family, I'm doing it for the legacy. By far the best experience of my life being in the military.
He said, hey, when they tell you thank you for your service, just say,
yeah. What's everybody fighting for? Why can't people help people? That's the question.
Oh my God, it's people helping people!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another amazing episode of People Helping People. I gotta find my clap track. Where are we at? There it is. Feels good. We are trying new things, and I am so excited for tonight's episode because we are joined today by 2 incredible guests, and they are the host of a podcast called Herm's House. You guys, Herm, Kristin, welcome to the show.
hello.
So excited to be here.
Yeah, I'm so excited that we got this all set up now. We're doing it in-house.
Yes.
So it's fun, man. It's fun. But for the people that don't know, Herm, go ahead and give us a brief introduction of yourself.
All right. I give the introduction that I give to everybody else. So I go by Herm because my real name is David Hermosillo. And I grew up in West
to say
Texas. Yeah, I grew up in West Texas, and most of my coaches and teachers really couldn't say Hermosillo. So they shortened it to Herm. I've been called Herm since, a version of Herm since I was about 12 years old. And then I joined the military immediately after high school, and they did the same thing. They just kept it there. That was involuntary. They're just same thing. You read your name tape, and they're like, yeah, that's not happening. Yeah. So that I did. I'm a retired Air Force vet. I did weapons loading on F-16s, and I was a recruiter for several years. And now I'm just hanging out. I tell everybody I'm unemployed, and they're like, no, you're retired.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm unemployed.
Yeah.
I call him unemployed. I'm like, what are you doing all day?
Yeah. We're obviously married. I'm married to my beautiful wife, Christine. She's also my co-host. We have 5 wonderful and super annoying kids. They are so cool, and also they're the ones that you just want to shove down sometimes.
Right. Yeah. That's beautiful. Well, I am so excited to have you on the show, and we love to hear from Christine too. Go ahead and introduce yourself
Of
to the
course.
people.
Yeah, so Christine, if you're going to read my name, it's spelled like Kristin, but I say there's an imaginary E, so it's Christine. I have that name to thank to my grandma. She saw the name Christine on TV and thought it was really cool and spelled like Kristin, but it's been the bane of my existence my entire life. I get tired of it, like answering. Like people are calling me Chris, and I'll just answer that. Everybody else is like, "It's Christine." I'm like, yeah. I'm like too nice to say anything. I'll just answer. But yep, I'm a Herm too, Hermosillo by marriage, mom of the 5 kids. They drive us crazy up the wall, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Also an Air Force veteran. I served 6 years. I was a contract specialist. Did a tour overseas. Got out. Got my degree. Thanks to the military, paid for everything. So it was the best thing I could have done in the world. Got my degree in project management and work as a contract specialist. Get to buy things like as a job. It's amazing.
That's Kayla's dream job right there.
Get to spend other people's money, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. And then our podcast. I love the podcast. I have Herm's House podcast. I also have another podcast that I love to be a part of. It's me and my sister's podcast called Beautiful Sunday Podcast.
Wow.
We talk about weird, crazy creatures and mysteries and things like that. So
Cool.
another thing to check out.
Very cool. Well, I'm so excited to have you guys here right
Sir,
now.
likewise.
This is epic. And I want to know, so you've got 2 podcasts. Did the first one with you and your sister, did that start first?
So yes, actually I had my own back in the 2020 time era when everybody was trying to like figure out something to do during the coronavirus. I was like, I'm going to do a podcast.
Nice.
So her and I, we always she always has these crazy stories. She's always looking up or seeing. And she comes, she's like, have you heard of this? And I'm like, no. And then she just tells me like the whole story. So that came first. And it's Beautiful Sunday because my last name, Hermosillo, Hermosa is beautiful. And her last name is Dominguez, which is Domingo, which is Sunday. So Beautiful Sunday. And then we started flowing with that. And then a lot of people told us like they would come over all the time. Like the origin of Herm's house is he likes to invite everybody and their nanas, we say, over to our house for barbecues and things like that. And at last minute, he'd be like, oh yeah, we have all these people coming over this weekend. And I'm like, oh, great. Thanks for letting me know. So that just became the theme is everybody who's going to Herm's house? We're going to Herm's house. And
Nice.
anytime we were there, they're like, you guys need like a reality show or something because you guys are hilarious. Maybe.
Yeah. I tell everybody that I have the face for radio, so we went ahead and did a podcast instead.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah. I screwed up by doing the video portion of it, you know?
She had to start recording.
That's what I
I'm
told
like,
him
"Well."
too. I was like,
Yeah.
well, we're going to be on video now.
Yeah.
And it was so funny first, because if you meet him and you know him in person, he's just, he's a character and he tells the way he tells his stories and you see it now on camera. But at first it was hilarious watching him get on there and kind of be like, and
Well, it's
I'm like,
watching myself. You know what you never do when you're talking is watch yourself. Then you get in front of a camera and you're like, that's what I look like?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. I felt like I got it down with the live portion of things after 100 or so episodes.
Sure.
I'm like, dude, stop doing this, stop saying those words, these gestures aren't working. But now we're in new territory.
Yeah.
Now I get to restart.
Yeah.
And so it's really cool, the evolution of that. But also that self-critique is so important. It's so important. You're like, God dang, I do sound like, XYZ.
Right.
Like I got to tighten up. Or
Something. And it was hard because I did grow up in Texas, and a lot of the times I do get a little twang going in my voice, and
Yeah.
it's like, is that how you say it? I'm like, I mean, probably, I don't know.
yeah. Yeah.
I enjoy that though too. I think even just overall, right? I think we're our biggest critic. So we'll watch ourselves be like, oh my gosh, what I look like that, or I said it like that, but I think that's what people come on and they watch because they enjoy you being you. So
Yes.
sometimes we can be overly judgy. He does that a lot. I'm like, no, it was great. Like it is what it is. Just enjoy it.
They're called insecurities.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah,
read
the letting go part is hard. It really is. And I had to just get to the point where I'm like, okay, this is what it is. This is what I'm going to be doing. Just go ahead. Just tell me exactly what I'm doing wrong. Like, just put it on the forefront, you know? And I'm okay with that. I'm here for the criticism. I'm here for if there's any praise whatsoever, great, you know? But we take it with a grain of salt, and you do learn. And I think that there's value in that. There's real value in seeing yourself, you know, trying new things.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's interesting. I kind of want to backtrack a little bit because the way that we met was really unique. And you guys had come to the People Helping People event.
Right.
And it, to me, was a total whirlwind. Talk about stepping outside of your comfort zone. You know, I had never given a freaking speech before. And there I am. I'm like, But luckily, the thing that was comforting about that was everybody in the crowd was there for one another. And they were there for the family that was getting something. And that was kind of the sole purpose of that, was we are here to come together as a community, band arm in arm, and do something for somebody that's in need. And the energy there was palpable because of the level of human beings that we're surrounded by,
Right.
you know? And you ended up there through our mutual friend, Matt.
Yep.
That was special.
Let me stop you before you get to Matt. You said that was your first speech, or that was an actual first speech?
100%.
And you were being literal?
100%.
Because when you gave that joke, I was like, I bet he does that with every speech. He goes, this is my first speech, and I don't know. And then you get up there and you're flawless.
Well, now I'm going to use it.
Well, you have to.
You have to.
'Cause you're like, this is now my second speech. I'm like, okay, that's a good joke. 'Cause
This is my first podcast.
yes,
Yeah.
first- that's what I thought you were
Yeah.
doing. And
Welcome to episode 1.
I even told her, I was like, oh, okay, that's a good joke. Bud.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
were being serious. Okay,
Yeah.
Mike, you did great.
Legitimate.
Yes.
Well, unless we, you know, go back to middle school days.
Sure.
When I'm sitting there shaking in front of the class.
Way
like,
different.
Yeah,
way
way
different. Yeah. I used to do it because I'm being a recruiter in the Air Force. I got in front of a lot of high school classes, as you could imagine. So it's,
Sure.
but when you got up there and you said, this is my first speech, literally thought it was a joke.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You did
great.
really well. Yeah.
Sorry.
I said, yeah, we thought you were joking. We thought, oh, he does this all the
Yeah.
time. Like you really carried yourself really well, and just how you were up there was
It was
really
like,
great.
nice bit, man. I got it. Cool.
Yeah. That's so funny. Well, I'm glad that it came across that way. I appreciate the praise. It's something we bring up a lot on this podcast, actually. And a friend of mine that was just recently on, he was in the military for 21 years and just recently retired. His name's Joel Bloomquist, if you're watching, love you, buddy. And we were chit-chatting about him feeling uncomfortable for people thanking him for his service.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm sitting here feeling uncomfortable right now for people saying I did a good job with a speech. But I wonder, do you guys feel that same way too? Because you guys both served for such a long time, and I'm sure that it's throughout your lives has been over and over and over.
Tonight's episode of People Helping People Live is sponsored by Mike Silkowski. He's your local partner in getting your message in front of the right people. Mike specializes in helping businesses right here in Southern Arizona reach their ideal customers through TV and streaming services. He's not just sponsoring this Chapter 3 of People Helping People, he's building partnerships, and he doesn't succeed unless you do. If you're ready to grow your business with someone who's invested in your success, call Mike at 515-305-5311. Again, that's 515-305-5311.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still get it. And it's funny because I'll give my shout out to my first assistant as a recruiter. His name was Jacob. He was a brand new airman.
Shout out Jacob.
Shout out Jacob. And I pulled him out of the crowd basically because he was a Dallas Cowboys fan like I am. And that was basically the one thing we had in common. It turns out we became almost best friends. And he was the one that told me, because he's so intellectual. He was so articulate, but he was also the dumbest guy I ever met. And he
Guilty.
Yeah, he tells me, he said, hey, when they tell you thank you for your service, just say, I appreciate the support. And I was like,
Ooh. Wow.
why have I never, like, that is such a small phrase.
Come on, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, he hit me with that, and I was just like, Yeah, hey, I appreciate the support. You don't have to say you're welcome.
That's
we
so
do
good.
it. We do it ironically at times, especially to our own friends. Like, they say thank you for your service. I'm like, you're welcome. Yeah. But for the most part, it is very uncomfortable because I think if you ask any military member who wasn't like Chris Kyle or a American sniper or whatever, I loaded bombs on F-16s and then I became a recruiter. Like, what did I do to help? And then somebody else comes and tells you, it's like, well, you did X, Y, and Z.
I was gonna say there's so many pieces to make that puzzle work, right? And every single person, I wouldn't say that one person is more important than another,
Right?
Because it does take an army, pun intended. Like that's
Yeah.
exactly what you need, right?
Yep.
So thank you for your service.
Appreciate the support.
Absolutely, yeah. And then what about you?
No, same. I'm glad Jacob taught us that.
That's so
because
good.
it was so good. And I think at that point I had already gotten out of the service, but when someone hears you're a veteran or they thank you for being the wife, spouse, and you're like, oh yeah, thank you for your support. Because before that you're like,
Yeah, what do I say?
Yep.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks to you too,
Yeah.
It gets really awkward. But then also you're like, do I deserve the thanks? Like what did I do to there's other people doing other things. So realizing, no, you stood up, you raised your hand when a lot of people won't. Like you are giving the ultimate sacrifice, and people have given the ultimate sacrifice in that. And everybody signs up not really knowing what they're going to have to do or where they're going to have to go. And I think that alone takes a lot of bravery. And realizing that you did kind of step up to do that, it means a lot. Like I come from a legacy of people who served in the military. My uncle, my grandfather, his brothers, cousins. And so seeing that when I was growing up, seeing my grandfather, I would see him in his uniform. It was really cool. I'd make him like, okay, put me at attention and things like that. So It was always something I always saw and always wanted to do. So getting to live on the legacy and carry that forward. And then now our son, who's also in the Air Force now
Shout
carrying,
out.
yeah.
What's up, Noah?
Hey.
Yeah. So he's carrying it on now too. So that is just, it's so powerful seeing that continue on.
Absolutely. And that, you stole the question right from my mouth, because I was going to ask, because a lot of people join the military for either structure or their lineage, their families, they're doing the same thing, or maybe they watched a movie at one time, or, a lot of the guys where I'm from, they are just legitimate badasses and have been since day one. They like to fight. They like to be in the woods and chopping down trees and rough and tough shit, right? And so that was a way for them to find a job that would pertain to the skill sets that they had.
Yep.
But I was curious about your life. Like, are you come from a background of people
Not
in the
at
military?
all.
Okay.
Not even close. And nobody was a badass. And I mean, we had different kinds of badasses in my family, but definitely not, wood choppers or any of that stuff. I'm a first generation American. Both my parents come from Mexico.
Wow.
My stepdad comes from Mexico. And there just really wasn't any guidance. Even me in high school, my mom was basically like, because nobody graduated high school before me. So my mom was like, just graduate, dude. Like, just don't fail. And I was like, all right, cool. I was top 7% of my class.
Wow.
Of a graduating class of 750. And I had no idea what that meant. Had I like applied for colleges and stuff, I'm sure I would have been getting scholarships left and right.
Sure.
Well, I didn't know. I was like, college? Who's going to pay for college? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
My two options, I grew up in Odessa, Texas. If you've ever seen the movie Friday Night Lights, that is my high school, Odessa Permian. Shout out to class of 2004. What's up?
Wow, that's cool.
But so our two options, if you weren't going to go to college, you're either going to join the military or you're going to go work in the oil fields. And I was like, I don't want to work in the oil fields. Like that's some, you want to talk about badasses. Like that's some hard work to get out there. But then I joined the Air Force and I become a weapons mechanic for the F-16s. And we basically do the same thing, minus, digging for oil. We're just working out in 120 degree heat in the middle of Phoenix. And you're working 12, 15, 16 hours. And I did that for over a decade.
Dang.
So, it was definitely tough work, but it's very thankless, but it's very satisfying.
Yeah.
It's awesome to be able to have a jet that's broken and they're like, hey, we need you to go fix it. You're like, all right, give me an hour.
Yeah.
And you get out there and you swap whatever you have to swap and you test it. And, all right, it's good to go. Load it back up and the guy goes and he flies it off.
God, that and the pressure to be good at that job.
There isn't any.
What do you mean there isn't any?
No, that's what he says.
There isn't
He's
any.
like, what? That's nothing. I'm like, get out of here.
We had a inspector.
Ultimate pressure.
We
I
had
would
an inspector, and we loaded lives, and we had an inspector that came down from NATO up in DC, and they were going to watch us load. They're going to watch us download. We were going to simulate. We had to fire an actual munition, and it's going to come back. We're going to reload and all this stuff.
Well, I think it's really cool to explain, right? The start of it is the job was to prevent another 9/11.
I worked at the alert detachment,
wow.
which we have down here in Tucson at Davis-Monthan. It's an alert detachment. The alert detachment is a 24/7 mission. And their job is to have fully loaded F-16s ready to stop another September 11th event. So if you have an aircraft that isn't responding to the tower or whatever, to launch a jet, normally it takes 45 to 50 minutes. We got it down in about 7 minutes. Yeah. So, you want to talk about high speed. We were high speed.
Yeah.
And they came out and they inspected because, of course, they got to do all the alert detachments to make sure everybody's above standard and whatever. In the middle of our load, the guy was like, okay, stop. And we're just like, oh, what did we screw up? And he's like, dude, you guys are perfect. Like, I have nothing for you guys. Just take it down, load it, safe it up, and we'll meet you inside and we'll go over the inspection. And we're just kind of looking at each other like, I thought we broke something, bro.
Yeah.
We weren't like proud that we did great.
Yeah.
We were just like, good, we didn't mess up.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But that's the culture of that kind of career field.
Sure.
Whenever you get you want to talk about being thanked for your service, be thanked for doing your job properly.
That's a big one.
It's weird.
Because there's a lot of people that, serve or not, but they may go to work. Like I worked in the oil field, like you were talking about, right? And a lot of those guys, they were lazy pieces of, like, God dang, they didn't deserve to wear the badge of being in the oil field at all. So, yeah, I can imagine being thankful. It's a respect thing, and I think that as men, we search for respect.
Right.
And in all different aspects of life. Like, I would much rather be respected for my hard work than almost anything else.
Correct.
Like somebody say you're a hard worker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for noticing.
Absolutely. And especially whenever the guys that you're working with are the ones that are acknowledging that. When I switched over to recruiting, I received, Recruiter of the Year. And they're like, you did amazing. Here's an award in front of everybody. And I'm just like standing there like, I did my job.
Yeah.
I don't understand why.
Yeah.
Why am I getting an award? And then I just got, in the recruiting world, they love to award people and say like, you did great. And here, and I got trophies. I got all kinds of stuff. I have nothing from when I was a loader.
Right.
And I would legitimately consider myself one of the best loaders that I ever worked with. I would load circles around anybody. And any weapons guy who is worth their weight will say the same thing about themselves. They'll be like, oh, I'd kick your butt. I'm like, hey, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
But it was that kind of culture that we had for each other. I remember we had a senior NCO. They were talking about writing awards. And he goes, for what? Doing their job? And I remember that. And I was like, yeah, why? For what? That's what we get paid for.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was weird to get my first award as a recruiter. I was just,
I believe it.
you want to talk about awkward, man.
Yeah.
That was awkward.
So let's talk a little bit about, because I feel as though maybe there's a lot of people considering going into the military, or they are already in the military, or they're about to exit. They're about to retire. What about the people that are considering getting into the military? I'm sure being a recruiter, you have scripts and scripts and scripts you can go down as far as.
Which I never used one.
But personal experience is that outshines those scripts every day of the week. So if other people are considering getting into the military, what kind of advice, and I'd like to hear from both of you, what kind of advice would you have for them?
This episode is sponsored by the Diabetes Network of Arizona, a community built by people living with type 1 diabetes for people living with type 1 diabetes. They host Arizona's only family camp for type 1 diabetics, giving kids and family a place to connect, learn, and feel understood. Every dollar raised stays right here in Arizona, helping local families get the care and supplies that they need. No one should ever face diabetes alone, and with your help, they don't have to. You can make a difference today by clicking the donation link in the description. The Diabetes Network of Arizona, building a stronger, healthier Arizona together. Let's get back into the episode.
I'll let you go first.
Okay. I think for me, I was a little nervous at first. I was a young mom. So I had my first son right after turning 18, and then my second son right after I turned 20. And so I was really nervous about leaving them behind and being a woman, doing all those other things. am I strong enough? Can I, go and do these things in the military? And what I realized when I joined is it gave me the confidence that I didn't ever know was in me. I thought it was the most powerful thing going through it, and seeing like, I'm doing this for my boys, I'm doing this for my family, I'm doing it for the legacy. By far the best experience of my life being in the military. It paid for my school. It takes care of my kids still to this day medically, and all the things like guidance that I've received from the leaders that were great leaders that weren't so great, but taught me so much in confidence, in work ethic, in integrity, and all the things that the military brings. I would highly recommend anybody to go if you're interested to do it. It really is beneficial in your life. And I did one term. I did 6 years, and it gave me so much, even just that one term.
Yeah, that's amazing. I'm going to give you one of these. Well said. Well said. And to hear that from somebody who was looking at their family members and considering doing the same thing to walk down that same path is one life path, right? And then there's another one where you structure and purpose, and not realizing that being the top 7% could get you into all these different, if you want to go to college and do all these different things, these different trades, and you chose the military. Right. So what advice would you have for somebody?
Well, the reason I was a success, because I was a very successful recruiter. I mean, obviously I was getting awards for just doing my job,
right.
But it turns out when you answer your phone and respond to a text message, applicants are like, oh my God, thank you. You know, I'm like, again, this is my job. I'm supposed to. That's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
How you say there's a lot of lazy people that why are you here working with me? You don't deserve this. You see that a lot in the recruiting world. For me, I was very transparent. I'm going to tell you the exact steps, what's going to happen, the physical, basic training. You're going to hate me because I'm your recruiter, and I told you to come in. You're going to hate anybody who supported this decision. You're going to be telling them your first night, what on earth am I doing here? This is not where I belong. This is not for me. All they're doing is yelling, and I mean, you're laying in a bunk bed.
8 more weeks of this.
It's to break you down.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Oh, absolutely. But everybody's in there doing the same thing. Like, what is happening? And then I tell them, I said, you're going to feel like that for about 2 or 3 days. Afterwards, you're going to have about 2 weeks of like, okay, I get it. And then the rest of the time, you're like, come on, we just got to finish, man. Let's just get this over with. Let's hurry up and get out of here. And it just becomes second nature, everything that you're doing. So I tell all these kids, I told my own son, people have asked, because I was a recruiter. I was the one that processed him before he left for the military. I was still in. And they asked him, like, did you make him join? I said, absolutely not. Yeah. Absolutely not. He knew he had the option. Yeah. He was a legacy. And my little brother joined. Obviously, his mom joined. So he knew to carry on that name. That's all he had to do. So that's what he did. And I told him, you do not have to do this. Yeah. But it gave me everything that I have, my education, the life that we live right now, the life that you were able to have decisions. You had options because of me being in the Air Force. Yeah. And, all the things that we have now. It was I had zero intentions of doing 20 years. Yeah. Zero. I was an 18-year-old kid. Like, I'm going to do one term. Yeah. I'm going to get my degree. I'm going to do, and then, it got to the point where it's like, hey, it's time to re-enlist. I don't have that degree yet. Yeah. You know what? Let's start it back up. And by the time you look at it, you're like, oh man, I only got 6 years left. Okay, I'm not going anywhere. Yeah. So I would say there's a stigma with the military that I've heard multiple times is you do it when you have nothing else to do. And that is so inaccurate. You can get a job that will teach you so much. I mean, a contracting specialist. Yeah. Me being a weapons technician, I've checked. Southwest does not load missiles. They don't need us for stuff like that. But there's so many other jobs that you can pick, and that would be the one thing that I do. Just make sure that whatever job you select can translate out to the civilian world. And there's a lot of jobs that don't, but there's a lot of jobs that do. And if that's something that you want to do, give it a go. I always tell everybody 6 years. Even though when you're 18, it doesn't feel like it, it's going to fly by.
Oh, 100%. Gosh, I don't know what day of the week it is anymore. Correct. Like, it is just flying. Yeah. So, as you start to get older, life comes at you faster and faster and faster. And I'm sure with kids, at least, yes, things are quick, but to see life through a child's eyes again, like, thank God. And I don't mean to say that first before I say thank God for Kayla, but it's like the truth of the matter is I felt like such a beat down individual as a man because of going to the oil field and through the experiences that I had had in my life, to where I never thought anything was funny anymore. Right. I was kind of staunch, you know, and stoicism was something that I kind of took pride in a weird way.
Right.
And then she came along. And now I'm laughing and giggling like a child again. And I'm like, that kind of feeling is really incredible. So to have kids to slow down time, I'm sure has been a huge, amazing thing for you guys.
For sure. I think they keep us on our toes. They give us a why, big time. They give us a why.
Sometimes literally.
Why?
Because I said so, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that not only to give them better than what we had, but then to guide them to their own journeys and trying to find the balance in that too, right? Because we're like, we know what you can do. We know if you just followed this, it would be easy and the path would be great. Yes. And so it's having to separate ourselves like from that to be like, okay, we have to let them make their own mistakes.
Right.
We have to let them create their own journeys, and we just will be here for them if they fall.
Yeah.
And I promise I'll try not to say I told you so.
Yeah.
That is one of the hardest.
Come on.
Yes.
Yeah. Come on.
One of the hardest things I think for both of us. It's just like, it's okay.
Yeah.
We're like, it's okay.
I needed to hear that.
We do it to ourselves. We do it to ourselves. We're like, so, we told him. We told him.
That's nice to
said
have
it.
that.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's so
Yes.
nice.
She's like, I know. Yeah. I get it.
Yeah. Well, God, that's incredible. And I want to talk too about exiting the military. And like you had said before, finding a job that can transition outside of the military is huge. So he was in there 21 years, and then all of a sudden, boom, it stops.
Right.
Yep.
Now you have a bit of being institutionalized where your life no longer has structure. Yes, you have the money to go do things.
Right.
Yes, you can travel, and he's still a single man and he's figuring these things out. And it's like, what a tough transition for a lot of people. How do you find your purpose? I mean, like, do you find it within have you found yours? Like,
It was tough that first year.
Yeah.
So I've been retired just over a year. I would say the first 3 to 4 months, I'm just like that. You're just like, what am I doing? What am I doing here?
Yeah.
Why? Like, this is, yes, you're still making a paycheck.
Yeah.
But you're not doing anything for it anymore. And I tried doing various things, but it's just, it was difficult. The big thing for me, luckily I do have kids, is waking up in the morning, hey, go get ready, making them breakfast. I walk them to school most of the days. And then I come back and I go to the gym.
Yeah.
We go to the same gym as we found out a couple days ago.
This is great.
I go to the gym and I'm able to just be in there by myself. And, I got my headphones on and I know what I'm going to do for that day. I keep a sort of schedule. Okay, I got to get home by this time. I'm a house dad, so I can, I do the laundry and I, make sure I clean up and whatever. And then it's time to go pick up Gordy. You got to go. I walk to go pick him up. I pick him up and then come back. I help him with his homework. By that time, everybody else is home and we're getting ready to eat dinner. So
Nice.
it's just, it's a schedule and it's hard to find one. So
Yeah, when you've been told this is what you need to do, this is your job, this is what you're doing. He came right out of high school.
Yeah.
So he had no other, other than the little high school jobs.
Taco Villa.
Villa.
That was the best job.
That's all he knew. So
Yeah.
directing, and you can see it coming out of us. Because like at home, being married to a military, it's like we function around your schedule. Like whether you're at work, we're still driving the train at home. So we're going to keep things going with the kids, with our everyday lives. And so now you're home in that, and you're in this environment where we already got the train rolling. Like we already know what we're doing. We got everything taken care of. So him finding his place in that,
Yeah.
and us adjusting to like, okay, what does this mean now? And it was a difficult, I think the communication between us, being able to openly, like it was hard for him at first to talk about it.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys heard the first half of this episode. we will be getting to the second half. You'll be able to hear because obviously left on a little bit of a cliffhanger as to what the stuff that we were dealing with, I was dealing with mainly upon retirement. No, in fairness, we have talked about it a little bit. We've touched on it in previous episodes in our this podcast, but we get into a lot more detail and all the things that we had to deal with about my retirement and getting out of the service and all that stuff.
Yeah, and the conversation with Alex was really good. Like it felt again like we're just talking with a friend.
Yeah.
And
that's the idea of this podcast.
Well, yeah,
I think.
we opened up a little bit about things we haven't talked about on our show, so that was pretty cool.
Right.
We heard a little bit about our meet cute.
All right.
Our little detailed meet cute.
Yeah.
Do you know what that means?
Nope.
That means how we met, and it was cute.
Oh. That we were.
You learn something new every day.
I thought we were making small steaks. It was cute little meat. Or I thought you were talking
Oh,
about me.
cute meat.
Yeah.
Oh, your meat cute. Anyways.
What's up?
Yeah, so you have to come back because, again, we get deep into what the journey was after and going through the hard times that we had a little bit after you got out of the military. And then we also go into more stories and what the military did for us. So I hope you enjoyed that first half of the episode. We enjoyed being there.
We enjoyed filming it. Big shout out to Alex. Thank you so much for having us. Again, you'll see the second half here next week when we'll be able to do the same thing and just add that one. We will be getting into our own episodes, doing very similar to what we usually do, but we're going to have a lot more interviews. We have 3 of them lined up for this next month or so. And you'll be able to talk to we'll be able to talk to a lot of different walks of life. One of them being our sponsor, Anchor Financial. We will have the partners from that group come down, one of them being a veteran. So she'll be able to give us her story and how she got into the financial business and stuff like that. For all of those who need a financial expert, obviously reach out to Anchor Financial and they'll be able to help you with all your financial needs. Little plug. That's what we do. But with all that said, basically, I think that's it for this episode. You got anything else? Happy Valentine's Day.
I'm just like, this is a new you.
Yeah.
The way you're talking, I can tell you're going to get used to it.
Oh, am I being weird?
Yes.
Oh, balls.
You're being a little weird.
How?
I
I
feel
don't
like,
have my
and
computer.
It feels like
and-
you're rambling. I feel like you're trying to
That's
figure
how
this
I
out.
talk.
No, it's just a little off today.
This
And that's
how I
okay.
talk.
It's cute. I'm just enjoying watching you.
Stop thinking I'm cute with my meat.
Watching you flounder. I don't know.
That's not it.
Because flounder's cute.
Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, that's awesome.
Anyways, we won't drag this on any longer because you guys just listened to the whole episode. I can't.
I love it.
This is how
She
we
is
are.
the best. All right. Anywho. All right. With all that said,
I do want to, because we're going to release this.
Yeah.
We have a fashion show coming up next week, and I'm going to be in it. Mini Poderosa.
they didn't invite me
You are invited. You're my VIP.
to be in it.
Oh, no. They didn't invite. It's girls. It's for little girls. And I got to be a madrina. I got invited to be a madrina. And it's so exciting.
Godmother for those English
for little
speaking.
girls. And that's next week. So if you go to my page, Christy Herm on Instagram, or you could go to the Mini Poderosa page. You can go buy tickets to go see the fashion show on February 21st at 5:30 p.m. And if you're listening to this really late and didn't get to attend the fashion show, I am so sorry. But hopefully you'll see pictures and videos and things like that when we go. Because my Instagram boyfriend.
Let's just record it like you already been. It was such a good show. You guys missed out. It was amazing. Like you guys should have been there.
Yeah, if you are listening to
out.
this afterwards.
Right.
Or I might fall flat in my face. And that'll be a different story for a different day.
Highly doubt it. Highly doubt it.
It was so
Do you
much
want
fun.
to tell them where it's at?
They can go to my page where it has all the information, all the details, where it's
forgot.
at, what time. Yeah, I can't remember the name of the hall.
That's fair.
Look at me being the worst promoter ever.
It's not going to be at the same where you practice.
No.
Okay.
No, it's at a different place. But it's going to be really cool. They're going to have food. It's a whole party. It's their 5th anniversary.
Can I bring beer?
I think they're going to have beer there.
Let's
I
go.
think. I don't know. No promises.
Well, I'll promise you there'll be some in the truck.
That's fine. You're such an alcoholic.
That's
Anyways.
offensive. You can't say that. Only I can say that. And my little brother. That's the only 2 people. And Josh.
Well, we're gonna.
There's
stop.
a group of people.
Anyways, enough of this. We're gonna keep dragging this on forever because we didn't even get to talk. So we're here like,
What do
we
we
want to
do?
keep talking.
Yeah. But anyways, with that said, I can smell the pizza that Layla's cooking right now, and they're all supposed to be quiet, and none of them were quiet.
No,
just for
so
the record.
sorry if you heard like the
If you-
stomping
foot stomps.
feet,
Yep.
the loud drawer opening.
Because this is the real thing. We're in our own house. But with that said, speaking of our house, Herm's house, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the heck out of here. Thank you guys so much for coming. Love you. Say it back.
Bye.
Okay, cool.
What's love got to do?
Huge thank you to our sponsors for keeping Herm's house going. Your support helps us continue our mission to uplift veterans, families, and our community.
If you want to support the show, it's easy. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you're interested in sponsoring an episode or partnering with us, reach out anytime at Herm's House Podcast on Instagram or email us at hermshousepodcast@gmail.com.
Thanks for visiting Herm's house. Y'all come back now, you hear?